Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So I wanted to make a big bright card for this week using the new Kaisermists. So if you want to see how this one got made, then just keep watching. So this is going to be a nice bright kind of birthday card, reasonably simple, but I'm going to be using one of these new Kaisermists. So if you remember back to the video I did with the unboxing kind of reveal thing when I was sick, I bought 5 of these. I have had a play with a couple of the colours. But I just thought I'd match it up with this Havana Nights collection. Kind of old now, but anything that you can kind of match up the colours. I could have really easily matched up the navy with like the Breathe collection that's out right now, or even the Shooting Stars? I don't know, Starry Nights or whatever it was called a little while ago. But I just thought I'd use the turquoise because it's not the colour I usually go for. So this is my little spray box that I've made myself so that I can do this inside, because I'm lazy and don't want to go outside and really can't bother taking you guys outside with me. So this is my sort of little spray box. I'm just going to shoot from the top here. Hopefully it gives you a good view. And I don't really know how hard I'm going to go here. I'm just going to sort of see what it looks like and sort of go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and spray this. I've given this a fair shake already, so it's all mixed up and all ready to go. Ooh. Ooh. I don't want to go too hard, but I still want an even kind of finish. I think that's where I want it. Oh, I've kind of gone all over the card on. Oh well, that's all right. It'll. Okay, I might have to do that again. I might save that and use it for something else somewhere else along the way. Thankfully, I have a lot of those cards because I bought a bunch of them from. Where did I buy these from? Kmart, I think. All right, so I need to find a way to get that to sort of stay down. So I'm just sort of thinking washi tape, paper. That's a good idea. Sometimes Ryan is very smart. So I've got this bit of scrap paper here which I was going to use to sort of help me when I do the envelope. So I'm going to cut this so it fits in the box. You can make noise, you know. You mean like that? And then just put it in like that, and that way when I spray this, that should protect the back. So I'm going to do that all over again. A little bit more of a shake. Ooh. I love that you always get something different. I'm also trying really hard not to make a mess. Trying hard not to make a mess. So while we're waiting for that to dry, I'm also going to do something very similar on the envelope. So this sort of card set actually comes with an envelope that is the right size. So I'm just going to cut the other bit of this scrap paper just into a bit of a mask so that we've got a border all around the outside of this. So that way that'll be where I do the spray, and then you can obviously write the address on the inside. But I do want it to be a little bit sort of wide. You guys notice I don't measure anything. I'm lazy as all heck when it comes to this, and I just really want to see if I can make it look decent without having to actually do anything. So to stick this down, I'm just going to use some washi tape, and I'm just going to flip it, like do just a very boring double-sided tape thing. You could really easily use something like the Bostik repositionable glue tape. That would work really nicely here, or even just some sticky tape, whatever you really want to use. Just as long as you stick this in the position that it's not going to come up. Hopefully when we stick it down, it'll be okay. And again, this one doesn't need to be any more perfect than the other one does. But I am going to do it so that it goes all the way. And I'm going to use that piece of paper to protect, not to protect, but to, ooh, that looks cool. So that when I put that, oh no, it'll still work. Okay. So if I spray all down there, right. So we'll go again with the spraying. Kind of feel like I'm opening my own spray shop here. Not quite giving me what I want. I don't know if that's the spray or if it's the way I'm doing it. It's just not quite there. Anyway, while that one's drying, we've got this one in now, so we can have a bit of a go with this. It is still a little bit damp, but not a lot damp. I might just give it just a quick spray over with my heat gun just to kind of speed this along. So now she's dry. I'm going to sort of keep it underneath that pad just for a little while I'm doing this next bit. So what I thought I'd do is use a colour that's almost going to match it. Almost. No, maybe not. I thought maybe the matching would look really cool and kind of look like two different kinds of texture on the spray. Now I'm kind of lost. I think I want to use the pink and sort of match the kind of, you still need something there. Maybe we go completely opposite. Let's see what just a strip of these flowers looks like along the, oh, I know what I'm going to do. So I'm going to tear this. I love Torn. I think Torn looks really cool, and especially when you're going to mix it up with some of this sort of spray ink. I think it'll actually look really cool in the end. So I'm going to tear this along the top. I'm just going to work out where I want it to sit. So this is where sometimes it is good to sort of mark out where you want. That way you're not going to waste as much. My biggest thing with using these papers is I hate when I waste them, or waste any of it really. So I'm just going to tear this along the top. I want the white sort of distressed thing at the top, so you need to tear this way to get that, but it just means I'm deliberately sort of pulling away to make that white show up, and if I do what I've done just there and kind of go too much, I can fix that afterwards. And then just put the best wishes on the side there. So simple. So I'm just going to put a bunch of glue tape on here. I'm going to use the corner on one side. Damn it, I got my desk. Oh well. I'm going to use the corner on one side and then I'll just cut off the excess because I don't know where the excess exactly is. Could measure it. That's probably easier, isn't it? While I have got my scissors out, I'm going to just give this just a little bit of a tidy up. So I'm just sort of thinking while I'm here, because this is a tag, maybe we actually use it as a tag and put some string on it just to give it something different. I'm just looking for something to push this out with. There we go. So I do happen to have some basically bright pink string. Sorry guys, I just realised that the microphone was in the wrong spot while I've been doing all that, so hopefully you have been able to hear me the whole time. I'm just going to do kind of like a pom-pom kind of thing. We're just sort of spinning this over and over. It'll make sense in a sec. Probably don't need quite this much length. But it's better to cut too much and trim off excess than it is to not do enough and then need more. This is my very small, easy, tricky kind of way of doing pom-poms or tassels. So you grab all your little sort of the bits that you want, which I've just then gone and kind of moved around. And then we kind of tie it up in the middle, which is then how we get the, like, attach this to the tag. And you get just another little bit. This is where you can then trim these off so they're all the same length. Feels like I'm cutting hair, which I haven't done for a very long time, just FYI. And when I say I cut people's hair, I cut my sister's hair when I was 4. Needless to say, being a hairdresser was not my calling in life. Ask her, it was the worst haircut she's ever had. Because we're going to stick this down, I'm actually going to cheat just a little bit and actually just stick this on with washi tape. If I was going to have it sitting, when I say free, it would be a different story, but because we're just going to stick it down anyway, let's just stick that down with a little bit of washi. And again, can be any kind of washi because you're not going to see it. Just don't put it over the hole, which I just did. There we go. Oh, that actually looks really super cool. And I'm just going to stick it down there with glue tape. So just a bunch of glue on here because we really want this to stick. Just make sure you put a bunch on. As opposed to other times where we don't want it to, stick, just kind of half stick. Just making sure that side looks right. Could also put that up on foam tape, which would look really cool as well. Give it a bit more dimension. I actually think that looks really cool. Here we go. Oh, I really like that. I like the difference in colour between the teal and the pink. So then we're going to grab back in our little envelope, which should be dry by now, I hope. And then if we remove this, damn, it went through, but that's okay. It went through just a little bit. Might have put a little bit too much on there. Oh well. I'm just going to do, I think just to give it a little bit, oh, the back looks cool though. I like the back. But just to sort of give it a bit more around here, I'm just going to draw in the lines. But that gives it just a little bit more, I don't know, finish, I guess. And then it gives you plenty of room to be able to write in your address, and then it sort of matches then your best wishes. If you wanted to, just because I can, I'm going to. You could also just chuck in, and because it matches the front of your card, it looks even cooler. I'm just going to chuck in this little die cut as well from the paper pad. Just going to cut off the knobbly bits. They're still just a little bit damp. Not a lot bit damp, but a little bit damp. So I'm just going to give it a quick spray, a quick run over with the heat gun again. Alright, that feels a bit better. Kind of like the way that darkness really does give a different kind of iridescence. But there we go, there's our little card. There's no hard techniques in that, but it is just, this makes all the difference, obviously makes any of that possible. Things I will say about this, I think the further away you are, the better look you get. I don't think that box is big enough. I think I should have got a bigger box, because I have got some on my desk. That's okay, because I don't really mind at this point. But I think it gives you a really cool, different kind of finish, and I am looking forward to being able to have a couple more of these colours. Obviously at the moment I'm pretty limited. I've only got 5, and one of them's gold, and one of them's white, which makes it even harder to use. But I think it gives you a really cool finish, and I think the pink with the teal actually looks really cool. So I'm interested to keep playing with these. If you guys want to see other projects using the Kaisermists, I'm going to be getting a couple more. Kaisercraft is reopening at Point Cook, so if you're a Western Suburbs girl like me, you are about to get your Kaisercraft back. I'm so excited. So make sure, I think it's this weekend, 25th. Yeah, 25th. It's opening again this Saturday, or at least it was the last time I checked Instagram. So go and check out the Kaisercraft Point Cook page if you are interested. I'm hoping to be there on Saturday. Fingers crossed. But I'm really excited to sort of experiment with these a bit more. So let me know if you want to see more of those. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. And don't forget to be subscribed so you don't miss any future videos from me. Other than that, guys, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic week. Don't forget my live video is coming up this week, Wednesday night, 8 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time. Come hang out with me if you want. Hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you again in my next video. Sending lots of huggles. Bye!